Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Details. Today I'm going to show you guys the best products, tools, and methods to get a professionally clean wheel and tire every single time you wash your car. So without further ado, let's get into it. So our first product here is an iron remover. It's called W6 by Gtechniq. This is an iron remover that's going to help us remove a lot of brake dust. So I usually use this on those really nasty wheels that are known to produce a lot of brake dust. It's really going to help us eat through that. Secondly, up here we've got an all-purpose cleaner by P&S. I'm going to use this as a stronger all-purpose cleaner, usually for wheel wells that are dirtier or very nasty tires. It's going to help us get those clean. And then lastly, we've got Brake Buster by P&S. I'm going to use this for every wheel just as a cleaning agent on top of the iron remover, or without the iron remover at all, use it as a standalone product for those wheels that just need a little maintenance or they're not that dirty and don't have a lot of brake dust on them. Moving over to the wheel bucket, we'll look at all the different tools I like to use. So let's start with our wheel barrel brushes. The one we've got here, my personal favorite, is the Little Easy brush. This is going to help us, it's sort of flexible. It's really going to help us get in behind the spokes of the wheel and get deep into the barrel, just to get that nice and clean. And then for the same purpose, I've got this larger wheel woolly. The only caveat to this one is that it doesn't quite fit in the smaller areas like this one might. But if you have a more open face or a deeper barrel, this is going to be your friend. And then lastly, for the barrels, I've just got a smaller wheel woolly. Same idea, you can fit this one in small, tight spaces behind the spokes, behind the caliper. And then right here, we've got my two favorite brushes from Work Stuff. These are really good to get in the lug nuts and get in the really tight areas of the face of the wheel. And then what we've got here is a Hurricane wheel mitt from Work Stuff as well. This is just to clean the large areas of the faces. And then we've got a flag tip brush here. I'll use this for those more rugged tires and the wheel wells as well. And then lastly, we've got another tire brush. This one's just really good for getting a deep scrub on the tires. So now that we covered all the products and the tools that I like to use, I'm going to take you guys step by step how I like to clean the wheel area. So we're going to start here. We're just going to rinse down top to bottom just to remove all that loose dirt and debris. So now that we got the wheel well and the wheel rinsed off, I'm going to come in with a W6 by Gtechniq just to get off all this brake dust. So we're going to spray down the whole thing, and while it sits, we'll move on and clean the wheel well. Make sure to really get the barrel with this stuff because that's where a lot of the brake dust likes to sit and just eat away at the wheels. And then we'll just do a light spray on the face. And then while that's sitting, you usually want to let it sit about 30 seconds to a minute before you start cleaning. We'll take our all-purpose cleaner, like I said, a stronger dilution here, just to knock all this stuff out of the wheel well. Now that we got a lot of that, we're gonna take the bigger flag tip brush like I showed you guys earlier, since this is such a large wheel well. Now, if you know some smaller cars, you can't fit this flag tip brush in here, no matter how small you try to find one. A nice little hack that I like to use, if you have a really tight space in here, like most smaller cars, just use your wheel woolly barrel brush. You can get it right up in there and get it all clean. But since this is bigger, like I said, we're gonna go in with this one, make it a lot easier. I'm just going to scrub top to bottom like I would any other part of the car. Just makes it easy, helps you keep track of the areas you've gotten already. All the way in the back, and then we'll start coming back to the front here. So now that we've got the whole wheel well clean and our iron remover is still sitting there, I'm going to go ahead and rinse it down. Perfect. And I'll bring the camera in here a little bit so you guys can see how this iron remover is really eating at all this brake dust. So right here, not sure if I can get it on camera, but you can see all the purple streaks and really down here in the barrel as well. That's all that brake dust coming loose. So now that I've given it long enough to work, I'm going to come in with the Brake Buster by P&S, and I'm going to clean the wheel same way I did the wheel well. We're going to go inside to out, so we're going to do the whole barrel first, get all these edges, and then finally get the face, and then we'll move on to the tire. So get a lot of it in the barrel here, and then we'll come in with whatever barrel brush you guys prefer. Like I said, I like the Little Easy here. I find that it fits in most cars, so pretty universal tool. We're going to scrub, make sure to get all the way back there and behind the spokes as good as you can. We'll come in the smaller ones here too. Kind of go top to bottom. So I started at the very top one and went down the left a little ways. And I'm going to come back over to the top here. Perfect. So now that we got the barrel done, we'll spray down the whole face. And we'll come in with our wheel wool in here. Get in all these cracks and get the face as we go along. I kind of leave the middle area of the wheel. We'll get that with a smaller detail brush as a final step. And notice how I use the same pattern all the time. When I was doing the barrel, I started at the top, went left. Same thing with the wheel wool. You're going to start at the top, go all the way around, just so we don't miss any spots. But if you find a better way that works better for you, use it. Now that we've got all those, we just have the center area left to get. I'll get one of these smaller detail brushes here, spray a little more on here. And then we'll get in and around those lug nuts. This whole inside face here. Clean up the emblem. And that's about it for the wheel. So it's not quite drying up on me yet, so I'll go ahead and tackle the tire. This one isn't very dirty, so I'm just going to use the lighter all-purpose cleaner with the brake buster here. Same thing I use for the wheels. Definitely a nice product to have. You don't have to switch out and get a dedicated tire cleaner. This is kind of your all-in-one go-to if your wheels aren't too dirty. You got that sprayed down. We're just going to scrub using the same pattern again. Do the whole edge first. Then we'll move down and get the middle. And lastly, get this inside ring here. Do be careful with this brush though. It's a little rough, so you don't want to be hitting the face as you go along. So if you need to get this little lip right here, just kind of angle the brush. Wipe it like this. That way we're not scratching up the wheels. So now that the whole wheel's clean, I'm going to rinse it off again. Okay, so now we're done with this one entire wheel area. It looks so much better than it did before. I'll make sure to put up a video of what it looked like before and after as well. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for each one of these products and tools I use in this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed and you found the video useful, do leave a like and a comment and subscribe so you catch future videos.